And what's the thyroid? So the thyroid is actually this butterfly-shaped gland that's in the front of your neck. It's stuck at the front of the voice box windpipe area of the neck, as you can see here. So it just lies under the skin. And what it does is that it produces a thyroid hormone, which is very crucial to regulate your metabolism in the body. So for example, if your thyroid gland produces too much hormone, then you end up having a hypermetabolic state. So you feel very hot, jittery, your heart can be racing very quickly, your hands can be trembling, you can have very healthy appetite, you eat a lot, but then you're still losing weight. So all these things are symptoms of when the hormone levels are too high, your thyroid hormone levels are too high. Conversely, sometimes your gland is not producing enough hormone, so your metabolism drops down. In that situation, usually you feel very tired, very lethargic, no energy to do things. You find that you tend to sleep more. You might your bowel movements become more irregular. You might feel cold very easily. When nobody else feels cold, you feel very cold. You are putting on weight even though you're not eating very much. You find that you are losing hair or dropping a lot of hair. So all these things are symptoms where the thyroid hormone levels are too low in your body.
Pastikan perjalanan medismu tanpa repot bersama Somek. Banyaknya syarat untuk berobat ke Singapura ataupun Malaysia membuat repot selama pandemi ini. Selama 12 tahun, Somek didukung SOS Ambulans Udara melayani pasien untuk berobat ke Singapura dan Malaysia. Somek mencarikan dokter spesialis sesuai dengan keluhan kamu. Somek juga akan membantu proses perizinan ke Singapura dan Malaysia. So, tunggu apa lagi? Hubungi tim Somek untuk perjalanan medismu.
So what's a thyroid nodule? A thyroid nodule is basically a growth within the thyroid gland itself. So in this picture, you can see the lady, the front of the neck. You see two lumps here. So in lady, you can see you don't tend to have this kind of lumps. Men, you can have a Adam's apple, but in women, you don't expect to see this kind of things. So usually a thyroid nodule is found in the front of the neck. How often is it seen? A thyroid nodule that you can feel or you can see, the incidence is about 2 to 6% of the population. That means maybe 2 to 6 out of 100 people might have this kind of thing on the neck, whether they notice it or not. But for the non-palpable ones, that means the ones that you cannot feel, it can be much higher. About 1/5 to as many as 2/3 of people can actually have thyroid nodules in the thyroid gland. And it's of note that far more common in women compared to men. It's like 4 times more common in women than men. And of any thyroid nodule that you have, the risk of cancer of it being cancerous is anywhere between 7 to 15%. Yeah. So when you talk about thyroid mass, there's a few ways that you can present that. Number one, the whole gland can become very big. So the whole gland can enlarge from its normal size, or it can be a single nodule or a single growth within the thyroid lump, within the thyroid gland itself, or you can have many nodules within the gland, causing the whole gland to be enlarged. So usually in diffuse goiter, this is more associated with people with thyroid hormone problems. So like Graves' disease, where the gland is hyperactive and produces a lot of hormone, and the patient has hyperthyroid symptoms. And usually they take medication. So usually we don't tend to have to do any kind of surgery or anything. Usually blood tests and ultrasound scan will show that the whole gland is enlarged. There's no tumor within it. The solitary nodules will present like the previous pictures I showed you. It's like a single lump there rather than the whole gland is enlarged. And then multinodular goiter, the whole thing can look big and very lumpy in the neck.